Hey YouTube, today we're taking a look at this LEGO Harry Potter Hogsmeade set. Hey guys, and welcome to Brick Talk TV. I hope you're well, and in today's episode we're going to be taking a look at this LEGO Harry Potter Hogsmeade set. As always, do hit that like button and hit subscribe to be notified of future reviews we do on this channel. But back to today's set. This set was released in June 2021 under set number 76388 and contains 851 parts. Inside the box, those parts are spread over 6 bags. At the time of the release in the UK, this set retails for £69.99. If you want to take a closer look at the step-by-step build experience, I'll put a card here and a link in the description to a live stream we did earlier in the year, where we built this set from start to finish. Inside the box, you will also find 7 minifigures, of which one is the commemorative 20-year anniversary gold edition of Ron Weasley. So let's take a closer look at each of these minifigures. First minifigure up is Ron Weasley himself. Here you can see he's in his full golden splendour and is actually in the smaller LEGO minifigure form, so it's signifying that this is a younger Ron Weasley. He has, of course, a printed Hogwarts uniform on his torso, and he comes complete sat on a golden base plate so you can display him. At the rear of his torso you will also find a special print which calls out the 20th anniversary of the Harry Potter LEGO range. On his face he's got a nice smile, and on top of his head he has a nice larger hairpiece just to depict that he's got a bit of unkept hair, but you will notice at this time he doesn't have his usual signature ginger hair, but in fact he has a golden hair, so he's gold from head to toe. Next up we have Madame Rosmerta, who is the owner of the Three Broomsticks pub. And those that have played the LEGO Harry Potter video game will also recognise this character. She seems to be quite a fierce lady, complete with a hammer accessory, and her hairpiece is quite large, and you'll also recognise that this is also used for the Bellatrix Lestrange hairpiece in other minifigure sets. But this time we have the addition of it not being in black and in being in medium nugget, so this has got some more use that you can use in other minifigures. She has a nicely printed torso both on the front and the back, and her back is covered mainly with her hairpiece, so you can't really see much of the detail. She has 2 facial expressions, a tight-lipped face shown here, and under her hair a much more fierce facial expression. Next up is Mr. Flume, who runs Honeydukes with his wife. He has much more of a happier expression here on his face, and he has a nice purple hat that sticks on top of his head. His torso is printed and he looks like he's wearing a jacket with normal dark brown legs. Here you'll also see he's holding a collector's tile that I got inside the set. Again, these are randomly distributed, so you may get a different tile as depicted here. Under his hat, Mr. Flume has a rather surprised facial expression, or perhaps it's one blowing out a candle. Next up is his wife, Mrs. Flume. She is also the proprietor of the Honeydukes sweet shop, where all the students get their chocolate fix, such as the chocolate frogs and other confectionery snacks to take back to Hogwarts. She is a much more welcoming minifigure than the previous 2 minifigures. She is brightly coloured in shades of pink and purple, with a printed torso and printed legs, which outlines an apron. She is also printed on the back, as you can see here. There is another collectible tile up for grabs here as well. Again, it may vary depending on what you get in your set. And her face is smiling in a much more warmer than Madame Rosmerta was. She has ginger hair, which is tied up in a bun, and underneath the hairpiece is again another smiling face, but less extreme than the one that I've actually got on show on mine. Our next minifigure is a student from Hogwarts called Dean Thomas. He's dressed here in his best winter outfit with what looks like a thick puffer jacket print on his torso and on his back. He's also holding a wand and a collectible tile again. On his face he has a happier smirking expression, and under his hair he's got even more of a big smiley face. Next minifigure is the iconic and recognisable Professor McGonagall. Here she is all dressed in dark green with a long gown depicted using a curved bottom brick piece here. Her torso and the brick is actually printed on the front all the way down to show her dress, and her torso is printed on the back. She is also holding a wand and a collectible tile. Her face is smiling, and she has glasses printed on her face as you'd expect from Professor McGonagall. Under her grey hairpiece, which is done in a bun, she has a stern looking face that looks as if it's maybe telling one of the students off on their visit to Hogsmeade. Here we have the main man himself, Harry Potter, in a smaller form here as Ron was. He's shown as a younger child. He has his usual large hairpiece, which makes it look like he needs a haircut, but he's also holding a brown wand. He has a printed face showing a smile and his iconic glasses. His torso is printed on the front, showing him wearing what could be a jacket or maybe a shirt over a t-shirt. And under his hairpiece, he has a more angry looking face. Once the set is completed, you should have something that looks like this. Here you can see a finished Honeydukes sweet shop, the Three Broomsticks public house, and we also have some additional accessories in the form of a wanted sign, a bench and a lamppost. All are depicted on a snowy scene. You will also notice that these models are also built in the same style as Diagon Alley set, which was released last year. So these pieces could easily be incorporated into any display that have this existing set once you finish the construction. But let's take a closer look at the finished set. First up are the scene accessories. Here we have the lamppost, which is built using a black lamppost style which you may find in modular buildings, and to add some more detail and additional pieces added on top which houses the light or the trans yellow brick. The lamppost is topped with a white dish which shows snow resting on top of the lamppost, and all around the bottom on the white base plate you'll also add some more white bricks to give that snow effect. Next up we have a basic bench build with some additional white bricks to give again a snowy look around the bench, which is building up to one side. And this is a great little piece to show minifigures posing outside of the buildings quite easily. Finally, to complete the accessories lineup, we have the wanted sign. This is a nice little build using a window and glass piece with a wanted sticker on each side to depict the search for Sirius Black. This is a useful technique for other buildings and signs that you may be wanting to complete outside of this set. And it shows a nice couple of wedges on top in white to show some snow resting on the sign. And again, like the other accessory pieces, there's some white base plate and some snow on the floor to depict further snowfall. The first building up here is Honeydukes Sweet Shop. Here you can see the exterior of the building. There's a good level of detail on the exterior, and there's also added details of the snow again all over the building, including the roof, which really shows how the snow is resting and melting away. We have some nice bay windows on the front here, and those window details are again gained by placing two stickers on trans-clear curved pieces, so these can be a little tricky to put on. And also the other sign pieces we've got on the front here, especially around the bay windows, are more stickers, so you do have to be careful to align those correctly on a curve. Round the back you can see the inside is exposed, and we have two floors that are packed with some detail. Starting on the bottom, you will also see details of the shop. We have various treats and sweets on the shelves, and there's a display in the windows. There's also the build of a till and a checkout which you can build on the side there so people can pay for their sweets as they leave. Upstairs, this is more of a storage area, so there's not too much detail here, but we do have a box of sweets and some plain cardboard boxes. Next up we have the larger of the two buildings, the Three Broomsticks public house. This is a great looking building and it really does capture the look of the pub in my opinion from the films. You have the pub sign and great architectural detail all around the outside, and the techniques used to get the roof shape and the windows is an interesting one, but do be careful as some people have reported that these can be a little tricky and sometimes the roofs do break off on both of these two buildings. Round the back we have an exposed view of the inside again. As you would expect, downstairs shows a pub scene, and we have a bench and table for people to drink at, and you can see that there's a couple of butterbeers that are placed on the table as well. And there's some cool tiles and pieces that are used to build the butterbeer effect, so you kind of get the head of the beer and also the details and colour of the beer itself in the glass. On the left we do have a basic bar area with a till area again, and some prepared drinks that are sat on top of the bar. Behind the till there is a sticker that's been used to depict shelves showing drinks and various bottles and glasses stuck on the shelf, so they've minimised the number of brick pieces here by using some stickers to show that detail. Upstairs we have the living quarter for Madame Rosmerta. You can see there's a nice warming fireplace that takes centre stage, and on the right we have a comfortable looking couch. And then on the left we have a nice dresser which shows a stool and some other details such as candles being placed on the side. Above the fireplace you also do have some food and drink. So there you have the walkthrough of the entire set, including the minifigures and all the scene accessories. So that's the total of 851 parts that have been put together and shown in detail today. I did enjoy this build, and the chance to expand the Diagon Alley scene was really welcomed. I do like the style and scale of that approach, and I'm hoping that the Gringotts Bank is also something that may be re-released next year. and continue in this same style to expand the collection further. Until then, I need to find some space to display these buildings, and as always, if you enjoyed this review, do hit that like button and hit that subscribe button to be notified about future videos just like this one on this channel. And until next time, stay safe and I'll see you then.